Any other replays you want to take a look at? Any other questions?
We should probably do one Arabia game because we've been so tunneled on Arena because this was such a recent trauma. Be nice to look at least one Arena game, and then maybe we can do live. I don't want to show wins. This one's on Arabia, 51 minutes. I'm Ethiopian, he's Hindustani. I think this will be nice.
Okay.
So as I mentioned in my notes to you on Discord, Ethiopians is one that I just stuck with a bit to try and take some of my familiarity with the Civ to the next level without constantly wondering what units do I have, how far do my upgrades go.
Yeah, so you just want to like kind of keep it standard for yourself?
Yeah, I was spamming them because, they were one of the 10, 15 Civs that I played, and I like that they go all the way to Arbalest and Halberdier, which I like as units, and I know they don't have good horseback. They have the torsion engines, which is cool for late game with bombards. So I figured I'll just mostly aim to go for Arbalest bombard with spear. And that should, in theory, be able to handle anything. So was my theory. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that as well. And then kind of I have some problems with the late game as well when they go mass hussar and my pikes can't keep up.
Yeah. So first of all, you playing only one civ or like narrowing it down is excellent. I think that's really good for like rapid progress. If you weren't streaming, I would tell you to hard one trick. Like literally don't play anything else besides Ethiopians Arabia. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, the only reason that I play different civs is for content and for stream, yes.
Yes. Yeah. Because then people will get, bored or they start complaining too much. But yeah, so that's good. So sticking with one civ at least for a few games is good. Now, as far as the late game, I'm going to answer your question by saying that late game does not matter. If you lose 1 out of 20 games because you didn't know what torsion engine does and you accidentally kill your own units, I'm completely fine with that. I want to win the other 19 games. All right. And here's the way I think of it. 100% of games have a dark age. Let's say 99% have a feudal age. Maybe 80% have a castle age. And maybe 50% have an imperial age. Right? So it's way better to maximize our dark age and feudal age gameplay and then try to land a kill in castle age than it is to try to worry about imperial age things. So this is session 1. I don't think we're going to touch Imperial Age very much at all right now. I hope that's okay with you.
I will try to be okay with it. I see it completely the opposite, probably wrong. All of my games go to Imperial except when I lose to some scumbag, Dark Age, Feudal, or Castle Rush. I start playing the game at 45 minutes. That's where the war machine gets turned on.
Yeah, so we have to kind of break that habit. I'm gonna try to make you fall in love with the early game because, in my opinion, the early game is like it's beautiful. You hit a nice timing. You will feel like a freaking warlord if you break into your opponent's base with 20 crossbows and they're still in feudal age. You will feel like an absolute warlord, and that's what we're gonna work on today. So we can hop in. Any questions right off the bat, or we just hop in blind?
Let's see. Yeah, we could just hop in blind. It's also been a long time since I played this. One day and 8 hours. So I have to refamiliarize myself with it as well. I scout the front of my base first, anti-boar laming. So I do like an early, like 5th villager pull if I'm afraid that someone's going to do it. I know some civs are more likely to do it, like the cool new South American civs that everyone loves right now. But I figure anyone can do it. So I try to get the boar early if I have a suspicion.
Yeah, that's true. Anybody can lame, and this guy said he's a big fan, so he's definitely going to come lame you 100%. Anyone who's nice to you in the chat is coming straight across the map to steal your resources. It happens every time.
It's funny how some things are always the same. I used to always get tower rushed by people that said they were a big fan in Warcraft 3.
It's hilarious. It's like, why even type that? It's fine. You don't have to be a fan. You don't have to tower rush me and be a fan. But yeah, that's kind of the way it goes. So yeah, taking the board on the front is a good habit. Like take it nice and early. But overall, I'm really impressed with your scout micro, by the way, or like your like not scout cavalry, but your scouting micro, like with the sheep. It's very good.
It's
holy
tough.
Scam.
I'm in overdrive just from this. Something so simple.
Yes. Yeah, mouth's open. You're not reading the chat. It's like it's all about the actions per minute here. So that's good. So far, so good. House. I like the house. That's good. Oh, that cow died for nobody's sins. You're holy.
Yeah, usually I shift click them to a cow in case I misjudged the board time arrival, and there's the occasional decay problem, and I figure I'll just accept it. Yeah, I'll just accept it because I don't want to have idle.
Yeah, makes sense. I started learning some deer. Pretty good. 4 on wood. What are you planning to do with 4 on wood? It's a lot.
I never re-examined the wood count for Arabia. So my experience with wood is I was taught 4 on Arabia, 3 on Arena, and your 2022 Archer Rush build had 2 on wood. And so that you could go up.
This is Viper of 5 years ago teaching this shit, right?
Yes, I got it from Viper 4 years ago. I watched back my old VODs because I always like my students to take their homework seriously. And I didn't want to be one of those people that gets coaching, then forgets everything, and then asks the same thing 4 years later. I never stopped to wonder if it's still true.
Yeah, it's like getting coaching from Viper 4 years ago is like saying, I know how to drive a horse and chariot, so I'm going to come take an F1 class with this new teacher. That information is unfortunately outdated. So we're going to have to leave the horse and chariot to the ancient days of Viper 2022.
Bro, don't disrespect
jump into
the snake,
2026 here. Bro, no, I got tons of respect for the snake. I don't have respect for 2022, though. We were ass back then. Like, we didn't know shit, to be honest. Most of the development of this game happened in the last 3 years, by the way. I'm not going to lie.
Why?
Like, it's all love to Viper, I swear. I don't know. We were just sleeping for like 4 years, and then suddenly in the last 3 years, everyone just started optimizing builds.
Weird.
The level skyrocketed. It's great. Like back then, like 4 years ago, the first like 3 rounds of a tournament were literally freebies. Like the first guy's like, I'm getting matching as Grubby in round of 32, and now in round of 32, I have like a stone cold killer. Like they're actually like really strong players. You know, the level's really raised.
You don't think you got worse?
I do think I'm low-key falling off, but that's like a different, like we need to do that in like my therapy session to you later. Like right now this is your therapy session, okay. But in my therapy session we can talk about me falling off later.
Just rage baiting. I'm rage baiting because you called 3 years ago or 5 years ago old, and most of my accomplishments are 35 years ago, so I had to get you back there a bit.
Yeah, that hit the ego, eh?
Yeah, all good. I have been made a blank slate. Thank you.
Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, so, but it's okay. So, like,
your question was 4 on wood, and the answer is I have no purpose for it. Continue.
Yeah, no worries. So, the reason why it's bad right now is that we've optimized it to know that we don't need extra wood. Right now, you just want to try to get up to fuel age as fast as possible. So, we want to maximize the food. We want a food max right now, not so much on the wood max. The only time 4 on wood is good is if you make an early barracks and you go for militia and dark age, which is like one of the harder strategies to do. Maybe you will. If you do that, you're a genius, and Viper in 2022 was right.
That's a miss rally.
Yeah, no problem. Any mistake that happens once, and you know it's a mistake, I almost never mention.
Right.
Even this guy, we won't mention him.
Yeah. I understand why it happened, because he's still on deer duty. So, fuck. It's a third miss rally. Oh, yeah, this was a bad day. This is where I opened my stream with, look at this map hacker. I actually got mad because I showed the map hack, and I just wanted 100 out of 100 people to say, that must have been very frustrating for you. Man, I hope he gets banned. But there was like one guy
for sure they were like, I don't think he's cheating.
Yes! It made me so mad, which actually made me do some like internal monologue psychotherapy session and a little bit with my mods. Like, why does that bother me so much? And I think it is to do with childhood trauma, but it's like, I want to be believed. You know? It gave me a tough start.
This is going into like the we have to believe victims topic. It's actually a really big deal in society, you know? Yeah. It starts at home, guys. It starts with Grubby on live stream. That's where it starts. You gotta believe the victims. Yeah, no, that's why if you notice, the first thing I did without asking for proof about the hacker is I said, man, Grubby, that sucks that happened to you.
Did you? Wait, I have to check back the VOD. I really appreciate that. That's why I feel a lot of trust towards you right now.
Exactly. Because obviously, like, first of all, map hacks do exist, so it is plausible that he was getting that you were getting cheated on. He could have been like stream cheating or whatever as well.
No, I was off stream.
But yeah, so I off stream. So it's very possible he's map hacking. Like those do exist. But I'm not gonna press you on that. It's just like if you're convinced it happened, no worries. You know, it can happen.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm just coping why my dark age sucked. Everything. Yeah. I was flustered.
Exactly. But you're a very emotional player, which is it's weird that you're an emotional player with so much experience. By the way, it's really weird. You must have been so emotional back when you were like 18.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah. Did you get mad a lot if you lost?
I got mad. Usually, if I lost a big tournament, I would be like, I don't want to say depressed,
Uh-huh.
but not like clinically depressed, but in a way depressed.
Yeah.
Yes, like my emotions off or very sad for like a week.
Do you lash out at other people, or do you
Mm,
just keep it to yourself?
a little bit sassy, maybe. Maybe I'll be a bit more sassy to
Okay.
people. Not like lash out in a
Okay.
spectacular way, but
Yeah.
yeah, less capable
Okay.
of maintaining social contract.
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense. I think that's why you're a good player, by the way. I think every good gamer needs to get mad if you lose. It just has to happen.
Wait, you believe in the
Um.
ninja school of competition? If you don't get mad, you've already given up. You've lost. You've accepted your
I.
inferiority.
I yes. I think so. I don't know. It's called the Ninja School, but I'm like 100% convinced.
Wait, you're not a big
That's
fan of
why
ninja?
anyone. Oh, who's Ninja? Like the streamer or what? I don't know what you're
Oh!
talking
Okay.
to. Sorry. So I'm mentioning a Fortnite streamer. Is it more serious?
Yeah, he's a Fortnite
Um.
streamer for sure, for sure. But there's just this famous quote
Okay.
where he says, "If you don't get mad, you're not like a real competitor." So I just found it very
Yeah.
apt that you basically said that too.
Well, what I would say is that anyone who doesn't get mad, but is at the top, in my opinion, they're faking it 100%. And if they don't get mad, they're not at the top. If you're at the top, 100%, you're mad if you lose 100%,
Yeah,
or
I
you're
think so.
faking it.
But
And
but
like
you'll never
faking it
know.
could be good. Like hiding it,
Yeah,
it's good.
yeah, it like adds aura. If you never show yourself getting mad,
Yes.
it hides weakness. It's
Yeah.
smart.
But like for example, when Magnus Carlsen slammed his king after losing, like a lot of the casuals are looking at that like, oh, this guy's so disrespectful. But like anyone who's ever played at that level knows exactly what he's feeling, and like I don't even judge him in the slightest for that. Like for me, it's completely reasonable response.
Well, both those
Obviously,
things you
very
said are true.
disrespectful in the
Yeah,
moment,
yeah.
but like it's rude to his opponent, obviously. But he didn't mean it as such. He couldn't control it.
Yeah,
But anyway,
it was internal. He didn't mean it as a slight, but he could
yes,
not stop his inner feelings from manifesting in such a way. Yeah, for sure.
yeah, exactly.
Look, I
So
did
we're
the
going
Hera
from men at
farm.
arms here back to our game.
Did you see it?
Yes,
I
we're
saw
going the
it.
tip to tip.
I wanted to try tip to tip like Hera.
And this is good. So we're doing like the straggler tree into farm, which is really good. Normally, though, and this is why it's a hard strategy when you go men at arms. You want to follow up with the range before you make farms. Okay, this
Oh,
is something we're going to work on if we do the same strategy. So let's think about it logically for a second here. These three farms cost 180 wood. So this is an archery range right here. All right, it's the opportunity cost of an archery range. These three farms you don't need right now because you can put these three villas on food, and you can just make the range at the front, and nothing changes.
that's why I
And you
always
have the
get.
food right now.
That's why I always get counterattacked, and then I end up with my tail between my legs. First, I'm like the cool guy that's taking down villagers and putting pressure, and then soon after, I'm turtling for the next 35 minutes. It's because I'm
Yeah,
basically going all the. I'm preparing for Imperial right now.
exactly. Yeah, you're like one attack and then I'm chilling behind it. But the reality is the men at arms are only good when you have the archer follow up in most cases. And in most cases, it's actually free to do the archer follow up. So what you should do here is make the range, everything on like natural hunt. You actually have to go to 4 to gold. So you send a couple more to gold. And then you can make archers. And then when you have one range archer production, then you can start farming afterwards. So that way you get the farms a little later, which changes nothing because you still can take food in the meantime. And then you have constant archer production, which gives you follow up and defense. It's offense and defense. It's ridiculously like worth doing, right?
Why not skirmishers if you're expecting archer counter to your men at arms anyway?
So you could go skirmishers, and it's a very good approach. Ethiopians have a bonus for archers,
Right.
and you start with an extra 100 gold. So I'm always inclined to go archers to use my bonus. However, if you want to go skirmishers, I have no problem with it. What you do in that case is you pull these two off of gold, send them to wood, make the range anyway, and just go skirms. No problem with that.
But
In this
archers
case, though,
can deal
okay, in
with
this case, you did
scouts.
spot the range.
Yeah, I mean, my game spotted it. I don't know if I spotted it. Maybe yes, maybe no. I probably
Yeah.
did. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't know if you've seen it yourself, of
Yeah.
course. So yeah, in this case, if you see the range yourself, then you can make the conscious choice. Okay, listen, I'll back off and I'll go skirms. But then again, we are Ethiopians. You might want to use your bonus. But what I will say is you can do whatever you want, like whatever you choose to do. Just make sure that you match your economy with it. So if you go for the archers, I want to see 4 on gold. And if you go for skirms, I want to see like maximum 1 on gold,
Okay.
just to be able to afford fletching if you need it.
Okay. Yeah.
So you want to match your economy with what you're doing. It's very important, by the way. All right, so now we're going to go into our opponent's base. So what you're going to find here is that we're going to find 0 damage with the initial rush. Unless there's a hole, actually. Maybe we get in.
There is a
Which is
hole,
why you
but
would need the archer follow-up. Opponent's on 2 ranges. So your opponent opening skirms here is just a mistake as well.
yeah, some people, they're expecting the archer follow-up, so they just want to get ahead of both of it, but they're just dreaming about the archer follow-up. They don't know.
They don't know that you plan to make 0 army until 45 minutes. There's no follow-up coming. All right, Bidax coming in. So making scrims is not necessarily bad, but he shouldn't be on gold if he's making scrims. So he's making the same mistake as you are, which makes sense. He did say he was a big fan, so we know where he's going from.
I approve, personally.
So yeah, same mistake on both sides. And but overall, it's good. I like that you're farming. I like that you're farming fast. I think that's good. But as you can see, like you have your cow here that you can still take. So like if you just made the range earlier, take the cow, it would be perfect, right? You'd have the archers out in the field, and then you'd have the farms, which is perfect.
Let's say if
But
I had the
still.
range, when do I go second lumber camp? I just don't yet.
Oh, second lumber camp is when the berries run out. So I have a Patreon video about this. It's called the berry timing. It's very good. There's a different berry timing on Arena and Arabia. But the main idea is you want to like load the berries with like 6 vills in feudal age. You put a few extra, and then when they run out, you just make a lumber camp with that. But in certain builds, you can click up the castle age when it runs out. So it just ends up working perfectly to where you don't need any more farms. So then you can put all these guys on wood. So you get extra wood to make more range units. And then all the food that came in from the berries goes towards your castle time.
So you just
So
found
that's
that
the main
to be,
idea. Second lumber camp is usually when.
you found that to be like a good timing, berries running out, and also it removes villager walking time. Berry guys go somewhere, then new guys go to a second lumber camp. Like you found it fits a multitude of different fluencies, or what?
Yeah, yes, but there's also one aspect of it that you will personally, I'm sure you're gonna love this one. So here it is. When you're playing archers and you go up to like let's say 12 farms, you need a lot of food right now to get up to the next stage, to get up to castle age.
Yeah.
But in castle age, you don't need a lot of food at all. You actually need very little food just to maintain vill production and squeeze in some upgrades. So we want to make a lot of farms now. We want a lot of food, but we don't want to have a lot of farms because we're not going to need them in the long term. So instead of making 3 extra farms now, I just overload the berries with 3 or 4 more vills on berries,
Yeah.
get the food in now, click up the castle age, and then make the lumber camp. So I get the food when I need it, and then I get the wood when I need it, which is insane. The only downside of this, though, this is quite advanced that I'm talking about, but the only downside is if you finish the berries and you can't click up the castle age due to inefficiency or due to getting pressured, then you're screwed. Because then you have to make farms, but then the farm transition will be like super late. So you're going to be late on the food, and you're going to have to make the farms, which is horrible. The worst of both worlds.
Makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Nice. Yeah, now I also understand why I'm always inclined to do a night transition, no matter what civ I am, because I'm always going up with 17 farms.
Exactly. And that's something like you're always gonna float food, right? It's really hard to like to manage extra farms. So we're starting a wall here. I don't mind this, but in my opinion, this is like a noob way to play, of like not making army and just relying on walls. Because what happens here is if your opponent just gets a faster castle time, these walls do nothing if you're playing with no army. So we should try to play with army here instead of like the walls only.
Yeah.
Okay, we lose someone Vil, but it's okay, no problem. He's got a lot of skirms.
But how can it be a noob way to play? All my opponents do this too.
Yeah, that's a good point. The 1400 Chronicles, this is. But here's the thing. I think walling is broken, but walling should be done with army as well. Okay, so here's the thing. You need your buildings to go up. We're doing Market Blacksmith again. I got to get you off this Market Blacksmith. In this case, it'd be like Blacksmith Stable, right? Because you know he's on skirms.
Yeah.
But even if you make the market, it's fine. Like, it's fine to make the market, but we just need a stable at some point, right? We need army, because like, what are we doing here?
Imp.
You really want to go straight to Imp? What if you get all in Castle Age?
Yeah, that does happen a lot.
Yeah.
But you see, there was never any
you'd
chance.
Be a much better player.
Yeah, I think I have a lot
So
of
you go.
hidden MMR potential. Actually,
Yes, yes.
the thing is,
Yeah,
I could never make army because I had to make 17 farms or close to it, and then I have to do blacksmith marketplace because that's how you go up to castle. And I had the
yeah.
3 minute arms, and I decided not to follow up. And now I have to make walls because I don't have army, and now I don't have wood to make army because I made walls. Yeah, I'm just in this cycle of bad
Yeah.
habits that are extremely unaggressive, which is why someone can walk in with 10 skirms and my game ends.
You're in a
I,
cycle of unaggressively bad habits. It's too
uh,
funny.
I even watched
Um,
one of your videos. You looked mad in the thumbnail. You said, "Stop losing to skirms to 1150 elo players."
yes. Yes.
I
It's people
watched
just
it.
don't know how to make like two nice and clear these.
Yeah, I watched two. I watched that 1 or 2 days before this game, and I'm still doing it. Terrible, horrible.
I have to say, Grover, you're extremely humble. You know why? Because you're watching the 1150 replays and you're thinking, I'm gonna learn from this. And I
No,
respect that.
no. I thought I'm gonna laugh at this, but then I learned from it by accident.
Oh damn. Okay. So not humble, but you got humbled, which is
Yeah,
good,
exactly.
I guess. So we gotta get the knights out, but this is good. But this is not the grubby that you're telling me about. Like this is actually really good. The two stable knight transition.
Why are my villagers behind?
Because you click the castle age and he's getting there now.
Oh yeah.
So you're not actually behind. You're just 2 minutes. You're 2 minutes in the future, basically.
Oh yeah.
It's
And
gonna even out.
-1, of course, from the wall.
Yeah. -2 because of the scrims as well.
Oh, yeah.
This is the typical overachiever. Look at this. You're gonna go freaking send these guys out to attack your opponent instead of clearing the skirms. I actually don't mind this, but only if you have vision of your opponent and you know he's open. But we have vision and we know he's walled.
Nah, they
this
always have
doesn't
a
make
hole. I always find a hole.
Oh, you're going for the whole theory? Yeah,
Yeah.
the whole theory is pretty legit. It's actually always true. They always have a hole. I'm fine with it then. But I would honestly just clear this up. Like, just
Yeah.
make life easy. Here's the thing, Grubby. You're playing at 1400. There's a reality here. You don't need to do the craziest play of your life to win these games. You just got to play slow and consistent. Just clear the skirms. You know what I mean? Clear the skirms and take a
Hera!
deep breath.
It feels so good when it works.
I know, like you're counterattacking. You're telling your chat, guys, I'm gonna
No.
counterattack, defend
No.
at the same time.
This was off stream. This is my only audience
Oh,
is
yeah,
my
sh-
dog.
But you're just doing it for the love of the game. Like,
Yeah.
You're just doing this to brag on stream later.
No, I wasn't gonna show this to anyone. I wanted to feel good about myself for just a little bit.
But actually, like, okay, this is completely fine because you attack with these guys and then you defend with these guys. I actually don't mind this. This is potentially even the correct play. I respect that a lot, actually. Jokes aside, really good. And he had a hole, so you know what? You know what, Grubby's some stellar gameplay right now. Some peak RTS.
Well, don't judge until you see how they're used.
Forcing. That sequence, everyone in the chat is just sleeping right now. That sequence deserved a freaking round of applause. That was phenomenal, Grubby. That was the best thing I've seen on screen today.
Why?
What happened with those knights? Grubby, tell me why that's the case. You know, right?
I made him wall and I didn't lose them. I don't know.
Okay, close. It's not bad. It deserves a round of applause. I'll tell you why. You didn't hesitate at any point of the quick walls. We're gonna watch that back. All right, we're gonna watch that back. So most people, as they run in and they get quick walled, they hit the wall in like some kind of humiliation ritual, trying to break in when there's no place to get in. But you just continued going by.
Of course.
And what happens is here, now he's got infinite idols in his town center. These guys will stay idle. He now has the wall here. These guys will be idle. Again, you get humiliated here. But no, you don't let yourself get humiliated because you target the villager right away.
Yeah.
So now he has infinite idols everywhere, and he's going to lose vills. This is amazing. A lot of people would just stop and hit this house and give so much time to, wall up and then fix the idols. So that was absolutely fantastic. And that was so much damage. Look at these idols. They're going to stay like that for a long time now. That's really good what you just did. So yeah, that's fantastic. I want to see more of that for sure.
Nice.
So you're good with knights, by the way. You're really good. Like, that was really good.
Yeah, I switched to another Civ. That's why I switched to Japanese, because I wanted to play more with knights.
Well, that's hilarious because Japanese is not really a knight civ, but that's fine.
Wait,
you get slightly better knights.
Hold on. What? I get all the upgrades except the third armor upgrade
Encastlage.
and no special
Yeah.
upgrade. Like let's say no extra,
Yeah.
but wouldn't you say they're at least tier? What did I call them? Tier A or tier B knight? No.
Like, yeah, they're like decent. Like probably B tier knights. Yeah,
B
probably
tier.
B tier.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like okay, it's passable.
And cavalry archers, they're A or S.
Well, cav archers for Japanese, yeah, cav archers for Japanese would probably be in the S tier, yeah,
Yeah.
or like A plus, probably A plus actually. But yeah, so far so good. Clear up the skirms, get free value here. 2 TCs behind it. Floating some gold, but overall you're not floating too much. It's reasonable. +2 armor, excellent. Another quick wall. This one, okay, this one we get trapped, but you can break out. Correct thing here is to hit the gate to try to break out.
But it was too late.
Yeah, you missed the timing, but it's still fine. It doesn't really matter. Okay. I like how aware of your army you are. That's really good. It's funny, you spent like, what are we, 2 hours into the stream? You spent 2 hours convincing me that you're some kind of economical mastermind who doesn't know how to use military. And the only thing that I've been impressed by so far has been your military. We need to do some soul searching, I think. You have to truly understand yourself before you can understand the rank ladder.
Well, that's all you do in Warcraft 3. You don't you stop your economy at 4 minutes and you just play army.
Is that really how it works?
Yeah. There's no scaling in economy. You're gonna hate that part, maybe.
Oh shit. Yeah, maybe. But I'm good with the army. I think I might like it though.
Yeah. I think I want you to play undead because our Hera
People said that.
Happy is undead, and I want to see how you can do it because they're a big micro race.
Okay. But I'm not like that good at microing. Like I'm low-key washed. I'm like Unk status. I'm heading there.
You're still under 30. You'll be all right.
Yeah, maybe you should be fine. I'm still young for RTS. Okay, so fair enough. So that was really good. So now what you're thinking to yourself is, I'm done with knights. I did what I had to do with them. I killed a few villagers. I've kind of disrupted his economy. And now you want to move away from knights. Is that like a correct assessment?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Like, I didn't think that I'm going to be able to keep going knights. I think since this game, my mindset on it changed a little bit. And now I just make more units instead of not making any more units. And I would go more knights probably. Because those cavalry archers are going to be an issue, and knights are what I have upgrades in. So switching to skirms or a crossbow seems, from looking at it now, terrible idea. Because I have no upgrades, no ballistics, no fletching, no bodkin, nothing, no ranges. So I think I have to make knights more.
That's a really good assessment. I agree. And what I want to kind of coach you on right now as well is usually want to bridge the transition between knights and something else, like another whole unit, with siege and monks. All right, this is something that a lot of low level players don't know about. So why is siege better than an archer or skirmisher transition now? Is precisely because you don't need upgrades for it. So like the upgrades is the big problem for you right now. Like you can make 2 ranges and start making archers, no problem. But then you need bodkin arrow, maybe some armor, maybe ballistics. All of that takes forever. Sounds like a project for next year.
Yes.
But for now, I would like to just get 1 siege workshop, 2-3 scorpions on the field, and then you're more or less defended against the cav archers. Yeah, scorpions. Scorpions are really good. Do you know what a scorpion is good against or good at?
Well, in my hands so far, never. I've never got value out of them, so I avoid them. I guess they're outranging cavalry archers from behind the wall.
Yes, they also only take 1 damage from the cav archer, and they deal consistent DPS. So if you make a scorpion, you're never thinking like this scorpion's gonna win me the game. You're thinking like this scorpion's gonna prevent me from dying. All right. Mangonels, it's like I can win the game or lose the game here with this mangonel. Scorpion's like the game's gonna continue with the scorpion, and that's what you're looking for. So you just make a few scorpions because you want to continue the game. Why? You're already winning. You're winning with the 2 TCs. You'd love to add a 3rd TC. We'd love to have a 3rd TC here.
Yeah.
And then you can just kind of bridge that gap from like making knights to making a few scorpions to then getting to Imperial Age.
Basically. I like that. Yeah, because this archery range is never going to work. Even if I succeed in getting several ranges up, he'll just outnumber me with CA. And I thought that archers or skirms will destroy CA, but that turns out not to be the case, especially if you're very behind in numbers. I love that Mangonel Scorpion transition.
Yeah, exactly. Mangonel Scorpion, you build up your economy, then you can get good numbers later on in Imperial Age. And in Imperial Age, you have a new power spike as well, because heavy cav archer is a lot more expensive than arbalest and skirm upgrades, right? So making it in Imperial Age to fight cav archers is a lot easier than fighting them in Castle Age.
Okay.
But the important thing to remember is the monastery siege to bridge the gap. That's that's going to come up every game, by the way, like every game.
Okay.
It's very important. So yeah, we'll kind of continue going through this. We'll now see that the range you made.
I'm gonna lose crazy momentum now.
Yeah. Yeah, and this range is good. It's just like sat there.
Oh, this is the game I thought Camel Riders would be good against CA.
Yeah, they're okay.
No
Camel Riders are okay, but yeah.
No pierce armor.
But again,
are they a little faster than knights? And I do bonus damage, but I have no pierce armor.
Yes, exactly. So it's good against low numbers, horrible against high numbers. I know. So we're gonna lose some villagers here. So again, this is where you just 2-3 scorpions would push him back. It wouldn't let him do this. The range didn't do anything. You haven't produced anything from it yet.
I have 2 crossbows. Oh, skirms.
Getting some skirms. Yeah, going for elite skirm. Getting in. Camels will probably not do much. I mean, you're going to force them away, which is probably okay, actually. It's probably better than nothing. But yeah, your opponent's going to catch up now. He's going to go third town center. I'm noticing that you're like really reluctant to add town centers. Like this should be a town center, 100%.
I think I have these fixed concepts in my mind of town center timings, and I don't trickle them in the same way. Like to me, a town center adding feels like almost like a, well, not like a marriage contract, because obviously there's only the one, but it feels like a real commitment. It's like, do I do another town center? Is this responsible?
Yeah.
It's only 375 resources.
Well, yeah, let me give you some like real world analogy here. So when you're just starting out your life, all right, you have like you're working a part-time job, you just hit Castle Age, right? Then it's a big deal. Like, do you invest like most of your resources into a town center? That 375 is like a big deal. But then when you're a literal millionaire in late Castle Age, you're not gonna think twice about dropping that town center. All right, it's whatever for you. 375 res, you got thousands in the bank. It doesn't matter. So that's how you want to think about town centers. Early castle, it really matters whether you make one or not. Late castle, you just slap it down, bro. No problem.
That makes a lot of sense, but aren't we still early castle?
Right now we're in the mid castle. So right now you're not just slapping it down without thinking, but you're thinking like, I have some extra res, I can just go for it.
Yeah.
So yeah, right now we're in like the mid castle. In late castle, you're gonna just literally you'll just run to the corner and slap it down. In Imp, you just slap it down wherever you want. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Mid castle, you're easily making the decision basically. But yeah, the point is you just want extra town centers. So here it's good. I like that you made a mining camp first and then the town center, just to make sure that you lost 100 resources. If you didn't lose 100 resources, you'd probably feel uncomfortable about yourself.
I've seen you make opposite side mining camp to maximize like 15 vils on gold, so I just wanted to get ahead of the curve. Do a Hera approved.
That is true. That is true. We don't have fletching on the skirms, but my goodness, we got the mining camp to keep it efficient.
When you put it that way.
All right, so I mean, to be honest, you are doing quite well. You're not taking damage from this. And again, one thing that's really impressive is like your unit management has been phenomenal, both on defense and offense. Really,
it feels horrendous. Unit management is so hard in this game.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is difficult, but you're doing a great job at it. Like every time you know what to do, you're actually a phenomenal player. You're making mistakes when you don't know what to do. That's not obvious. There's a game knowledge gap, or when you're stuck between two different things. That's like the main mistakes where it's happening here. So we're getting the skirms. We're slowly getting our upgrades. And again, this is not the most efficient way to do it because we skipped the scorpion step, but it's still good. It's still good that you're ending up on scorpions. On skirmishers. It's a good counter to the cav archers here.
The rally wouldn't stop going here. I kept trying to adjust the rally. They kept going. Weird.
Yeah, it is weird. Maybe it's walled or something here. I don't know. But yeah, it could just be some weird stuff going on. Getting upgrades. I like this. We're just trying to spend our resources. At this point, if you ever get close to 1,000 resources, you can use the market, try to help balance that out a little.
Yeah.
But overall, you're playing quite well. I'm actually really happy with your situation here. Keeping the vote count nice and even. Opponent has the 4th EC, so we're slowly falling behind. but that's reasonable.
I could have easily made more TCs now too.
Yeah, this could have been a 4th TC, for example. And one thing I want to talk about here, so a really good way to win the game here is the forward castle. So right now, you're in kind of this limbo here, where you're trying to go up to Imp, and you have enough for a castle, but you don't really know what's going on at all. All right. So what I like to do here is I like to spam army instead of clicking Imp. I just spam a bunch of army, try to get control of the map, and then drop a middle of the map castle or a forward castle. Ideally, you go forward castle. And that's a good way to win the game. So if you're able to win the map control here, make a castle, then go up to Imp, you can treb your opponent's entire base from that one forward castle.
Yeah.
And if you do this, you have no risk because you spam a lot of army and you take the map control. So you naturally see what your opponent is doing on the map. You naturally break out of your base. You're never clumped inside your base. And if your opponent is doing the same thing, he's trying to forward castle you. If you spam army here, you will be able to defend that. But what's likely to happen is you're likely to just try to click up to Imp without leaving your base.
Yeah.
Or you'll leave with just the army and then go up to Imp separately. You're not going to connect the two ideas.
I think I end up dropping a defensive castle.
Which is fine,
Where do
but
you
it
think
has to be well located. If you make the castle here, it's horrible.
Where do you think I'm going to put it?
But if you... I think from the arena game, you made it very, very beta. I think it's going to be like right here. Right next to your monastery.
Almost.
Maybe in front?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right there. What do you
And
mean by beta?
Bad, actually. In front, it's not too bad. Well, beta would be here because it's behind your gold. A strong man makes it in front of his gold, obviously. But this is not bad, by the way. Defensive castle's not bad. But how do I say it? It's like it sets you up. It's not going to win you the game. It's not going to lose you the game. I think we can push for more in a lot of cases, though. Especially at this ELO where we're trying to like find a win condition. Playing for the forward castle is a really good way to win. But of course, you can't go for the forward castle without having like a lot of army. So like the step 1 is to spam upgrades and army. Step 2, go for the forward castle. Step 3, Imp. That's like a usual good way to win the game in the mid game.
Yeah.
That's going to teach you the game fast as well. So yeah, we'll continue going. That's just something I want to mention because I'm going to be referencing that in the live coaching. So it's important that you see what your situation is looking like when that will be referenced.
Yeah.
Defensive castle. Yeah, it's actually, to be honest, it's a pretty good placement. That's probably the best placement you had.
I mean, considering that I just threw all my camels to a larger flock of CA, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, you're probably not feeling the most confident right now.
No.
Thumb ring, oof.
5% accuracy.
Thumb ring doesn't affect skirms too much. 5% accuracy. So you know the number and you still get it, eh? You're better off saying, "Oh, really? Why?" Okay.
No, I know. It's 550 resources for 5% accuracy post ballistics, which already helps with accuracy too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not very good. But I like this expansion. This expansion's good. Again, reluctant to make the 3TC. Robbie, I'm kind of mad at you. I feel like you lied to me, honestly. You came at me, I have 130 vills, and I have no military, and your military is fine. You just don't have a lot of vills.
Well, I'm trying to improve. I'm not... I mean, I'm not, like, deliberately sabotaging myself all the time, doing the worst possible decision. I tend to end up with smaller armies than are ideal sometimes. Like, for instance, perfect example is... the fact that I made 3 farms after Men-at-Arms Rush, that's a great way to step off the pedal.
The army, the army train.
And to give
but yeah, in these cases, when you try to expand like this, you try to do it with town centers. It's really hard on the new version of Arabia. There's hills everywhere, which is like really cancerous to play. They got to fix that. Someone pinged the devs, to be honest. But anyway. You're trying to expand, and you want to do outposts on the side. So I did talk about outposts as one of your questions earlier. You see how you have no vision?
Yeah.
Oh, this is amazing. Let's see this outpost. Let's see how much vision this will give you.
I have these modes. I go into, like, once I'm in outpost mode, then I do it all the time. And sometimes I allow myself, like, I'll probably drink like a bottle of beer like twice a year. But I have to like deliberately be like, now is a time to enjoy a glass, and then once It is time to enjoy. Hip hip hooray! And sometimes I
That sounds
go,
like a fun time. Let's get this guy at the party. You know?
yeah, man, dude, I go crazy. But the thing is, sometimes I go into like a mode where I'm spamming TCs everywhere. I'm like, then again, why shouldn't I? I'll make 6 or 7. But I have this number 3 in my head, and like I'll rigidly stick to it for some time because I feel like I'm breaking some hidden compact by adding extra TCs. But it makes total sense. I've got the money. I should just do it. It helps defend.
Yeah. Yeah, when we get to the live coaching, we're gonna get into the zone where if you have money, if you have resources, don't let a person catch you with money in your wallet, okay?
All right,
Because
all
that's
right.
like the worst situation. All right, we're gonna spend our money. If you have it, if you can buy it, it doesn't matter if it's like a freaking a plushie you're never gonna use. You're gonna buy it and throw it on the couch, and it's gonna look nice. All
Okay.
right, we're gonna throw a town center down. We're gonna throw down extra production. We're just gonna throw these things down, especially outposts on the side. I want you to never ever just sit there doing nothing, basically. And obviously, this is like a good RTS concept in general. But in this case, there's so many things you don't even have to think about. You just do it because you can afford it.
I thought that was only true in Warcraft 3, never do nothing. I thought it was perfectly fine to sit back here and with no map vision.
Yeah,
Well,
it is. Yeah, it is. It does sound like a nice lifestyle though. Just sit there and talk to the chat, but unfortunately, it's not very nice in practice. I like that you got the vision upgrade as well, and these outposts will really help. But the point is here, we're up to imp and we're in a decent position, but we don't have any win condition. Like we're just losing. We're just like slightly behind. So in my opinion, we can do a better mid game to make sure that this doesn't happen.
what should
Although it's still winnable.
what should I do as a win condition from here on out?
So from here on out, you're basically just trying to get to a good composition. So a good rule for composition is 1 gold unit, 1 trash unit, and 1 siege unit. So if you have skirmishers already, next up you want a gold unit. So for example, not halberdier, but arbalest. That's a good follow up. So you play arbalest skirm. Later we can get halberdier if needed, but probably not. And then you go for some trebs. And the only downside with going skirms and arbalest here is that he can go gulam and destroy you.
Yeah.
But you don't know that because you don't know the unique units. So
Well, I know
don't worry about
Hindustani,
that. Just
actually.
do what you think is best.
It's my second most played.
Oh, okay.
So I did know that one. I made Gulams against you
Okay,
in the
excellent.
7v1. Yeah.
True. Okay. So in this case, you should have went skirms into shotels if you know about the Hindustani, because shotel is like the perfect follow-up. It kills camel and it kills gulam.
And
So
I get,
skirm to kill the cav archer,
I
and then
get
shotel to kill everything else.
I get mounted defense with the first unique tech.
Yes.
It just loses to arbalists.
Which he doesn't have. It loses to hand cannoneer, which he does have, but you have the skirm to kill that, right? So that combo loses to nothing actually. I mean, you can still lose by getting outscaled and or you just get maybe outpositioned or something with an equally strong composition, but you're not going to lose just due to your mistake basically. Yeah, you're gonna go Roy Harris here, which is really good.
What's that again?
So you are going Shotels.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
the unique tech.
Yeah.
Silver Crown.
Yeah.
Good middle of the map castle. Just don't have the army for it. But I like the idea. Elite Shotels. So you are gonna go for that. That's brilliant. That's
Yeah.
really good.
I thought it'd be good, but because of the castle that I have no business defending and how few castles I have, I'm getting every single upgrade first. I'm never gonna have enough.
I don't like that we're getting Arbalest as well, because now you're in between units. You need to get Bracer as well. Like fully upgrade the Skirm, fully upgrade the Shotels.
Yeah.
And this comes back. This is really important. Sorry, I keep pausing. It's probably hella annoying.
No,
but
I don't mind.
Okay, good, excellent. This is a really important concept. We want to pick a composition, fully upgrade it, and then try it. Because if we're in between two different units, and then we don't have upgrades, we're gonna try it, and it's gonna feel like ass. But then we don't have a conclusion. We're not like, oh, okay, Arbalest Skirm was bad. We're like, okay, Arbalest Skirm, Shotel, Trebs, and Bombard Cannons was bad. I have 5 units. Which ones do I cut out? So
that is actually often
what I
how I
mean?
feel. Like Scorpions are bad. These 4 Scorpions had no chance against his 40 cavalry archers.
exactly. So you're like, you need to get a proper testing kit. So you want to pick a unit. So Skirm, Shotel, that's my comp. Fully upgrade it, good mass fight, and then you can draw a conclusion. It's either good, bad, or somewhere in the middle. All right. So yeah, this won't fly in the live coaching. You're not gonna get away with just making upgrades for no reason. You're gonna commit to units, fully upgrade them. Yeah, Bracer's excellent.
This always
And then we're gonna
happens.
try them out.
Whether I have a lead or not, I will always get tripped first. Almost always. Well, let's say 7 out of 10. Because
Okay.
maybe because I got all
Probably
the
because
upgrades.
well, it's probably because we are defensive castling as well, actually. we don't have a hill.
Yeah.
Like the guy who's playing for the Trebor is usually the guy who's gonna get the Trebs out first. The guy who's defensive posture is the guy reacting usually.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're just gonna get cooked here. Yeah, he's just beating us on timing, probably because of the more economy. Yeah, you're not spamming Shotels as well. Okay. Because you're distracted. You're making Arbalest now. You're distracted.
I have a lot of money. Yikes.
Yeah, a lot of money, yeah. You're the type of guy that just stepping over homeless people. Got stacks and stacks of money in the pocket and just walking over them. Look at the villagers dying. Look at this poor guy. You don't care about him.
Wait, where are they going? Did I click him?
I like the counter raids, by the way. That's really good, actually. That's really good. Ooh, tons of money, Grubby.
Well, none of it works. I tried skirms. I tried arbalest. I made shotels.
I tried.
Nothing
That's
works.
like saying I tried Warcraft 3 and I watched one Grubby video, so I tried Warcraft 3. We haven't tried the skirm yet. We haven't fully upgraded it. We haven't actually tried. The Shotel's missing legs. It's missing armor.
Well, I can't make everything
You
at
made
once.
one-legged Grubby. You made one-legged Shotels and sent them straight through into the Paralympics, straight to your opponent's base, and saw how they performed. It's not gonna work.
Should I go like triple blacksmith? Then I can get everything prepped.
No, you just have to get the tax. You don't need. You could go double blacksmith. I mean, actually, you can afford it, Grubby. Is there a problem? Is there a problem with you going triple blacksmith here?
Right now, I feel like it's optimal, possibly, but
It's actually good. Yeah,
yeah.
you can afford it. Or you just remember to get the text like on time. It's also fine. But yeah, it's just a matter of like simplifying the game for you because you're playing bad because you're trying to play too good. You're trying to make so many different units, so we end up like failing on the basics basically. I really think if you simplify your game, you're gonna skyrocket the elo. Oh, we're getting hubs. Yeah.
Dude, this is so embarrassing. I watched you coaching 1200s where you got mad every time they added another tech. And I had a little chuckle. It's like, I know better.
Yeah, the Shotels clearly didn't work.
Yeah, but, well, it couldn't be lack of upgrades. They're just a bad unit.
Yeah. Lack of upgrades, bad choke, less army. But no, I think the unit's just not the best. The funny thing is, I don't even know if Shotel works here, but I can't draw the conclusion from this game. That's the funny part.
I think they would work. I have them 1-3. If they're like
they would work as well.
3-3, and I made them on the double, didn't get Arbalest upgrade. Oh, it would be so glorious if I could only go back in time, play it again.
The halves aren't working either. Maybe they don't counter camels after all. We just start questioning everything. Wait, are these guys good versus camels? Who knows?
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. We had a laugh. But truthfully, there's a lot of good things from this replay. Like I was really impressed by your unit control, and I genuinely think you're a much better player than this Elo. Like that's my conclusion.
Dude, that's what I was saying.
I'm with you. I'm with you on this one, 100%. You're a much better player than this Elo, and you're being held hostage by bad habits and maybe listening to chat.
That's it. That's kind
of what I'm thinking here.
You're better than chat. We're gonna go to the moon now.
Yes. Yeah, we're gonna go to the moon.